Audi S3 Facelift Daily Driver Review. Is the new Audi S3 really the ultimate daily driver, or is it just another pretty face with a hefty price tag? So I've basically put the Facelift S3 through so many tests against the Mark 8.5 Golf R. I've owned it for a week now, 7 days. It's an Audi UK press car, and this is basically just before the car goes back. So everything I've learned to basically explain everything from it, from everything that you can kind of do with the car, I feel it has the possibility of being the ultimate hatch, but you need to decide that for yourself as well. And I'm going to combine basically everything that I've learned over the 7 days and explain it to you in today's video. Audi S3 Facelift. Let's start with a nice cold start with the Krapovich exhaust. So what do you guys think of that cold start with the loud start? So this is my sort of final review of the 2025 Audi S3 Facelift. I've had this car from Audi UK for 7 days. The car is going back in about an hour, so fully used the car. I'm just going to tell you everything about it in about 8 minutes. I've got plenty of videos on my channel previously, a comparison with Mark 8.5 Golf R. I've got point of views, I've got the collection video, plenty to check out. Subscribe, check that out, and also get involved in the comments. But I found out some new things as well, which I'm going to tell you in this, which I didn't realise in the period that I had before. And one of the things that I want to talk about straight away, because I'm almost certainly going to forget, is if I just turn the car on for a second, the customizability on the dash. Now, this being a facelift model, there's plenty you can kind of do with that. You can change the dash to look like the RS3. And I didn't realise that when I was doing like all my point of views and everything, and I was just like, oh, wow. Because it looks really, really cool. And it was actually one of the things I said in the point of view why you could go for an RS3 than an S3. And that's probably my main topic from this kind of like end of term review, I guess, of the 7 days. I've done 279.1 miles. The car has done 7,800 miles. I'm very impressed with the facelift, very impressed with the 333 PS, very impressed with the torque vectoring at the rear. It makes the car super fun, super enjoyable, and I would definitely go for a facelift over a pre-facelifted S3. The facelift came out, I believe, sort of late 2024, obviously 2025 model that this car is. It's a really great car. The infotainment I've loved. To be honest, I much prefer it to the Golf. I think it's very, very slick, very easy to move and just use in general. Yeah, you can basically just go for everything. You can do so much with sort of like the Audi Drive Select in terms of the customizability. The adaptable dampers on this 4-sprung model are really, really good. The torque vectoring makes it super fun. The cold start always makes me smile. The assists, you can kind of have to get on with it and kind of turn off a little bit. The settings as well, you've got like, it's just endless. There's so much more to, I guess, to kind of play around with this kind of car. And I think in some ways that's probably a good thing. There's lots to kind of learn about it. But what I did like is the display and brightness, how you could change the virtual cockpit a little bit. You can just make it, basically customize it to how you kind of want it. I wish I knew about S Performance before yesterday, which is when the car's going to go back. The leather seats is really good. This comes as standard. The pan roof is very, very nice on a sunny day. The wheel is quite nice as well. It's very minimalist, if a little bit plasticky sometimes there. The refinement is good. The Sonos sound system sounds good. The quality is really good, and I'll splice in some bits because at night this car, you know, it just lights up the seals at the back with the S badge. I mean, that is just worth all the money in the world. Quattro is brilliant. There's hardly any wind noise in this car. It's just a really, really good car. I suppose with the customizability, it's a little bit hard to change the views to get it to look exactly like the RS3. It makes an RS3 sound imposed noise.
Sounds good. Yeah. So a couple of things for me there, and I was saying to you beforehand that I'd heard that they kind of synthesized the RS3 sound in here. Obviously this has the same engine as my car.
Yep.
But the interior sound of this is completely different.
Yeah.
And for me, it does sound like an RS3. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, it has got, at certain points, it sounds like an RS3. I think that's a good thing.
No, definitely.
Why wouldn't you want your car to sound like an RS3? But it also makes a real noise, as you heard from the start up with that Akrapovic exhaust. Basically, if you hold down the start button for 3 seconds and then press the brake, it does that louder start. It's made me smile every single time. Every single time I've started it up. It doesn't matter if it's in Tesco car park or outside my drive. It's brilliant, and it makes that little bit of burbles. Economy wise, over the course of my 270 odd miles, it's saying 26 miles per gallon. I'll be honest, I have been having quite a bit of fun. I reckon you can get 400-mile range out of this car, no problem, driving efficiently. Yeah, that's my kind of thought. I filled this car up the once just to give the Audi people who are collecting the car shortly it back. Heated seats have been really good, just everything about it. And I get the whole Audi thing. I really do get the whole Audi thing, you know. It feels like a car to me that I would generally purchase with my own money. This particular car is £58,500. The Akrapovic exhaust is £4,200. The paint is £595. There are so many cool paint options to choose from, super cool ones. This is progressive red. You can get it in the yellow, you can get it in mag grey, you can get it in a really cool blue as well. Standard Vorsprung with no sort of options on it is £53,000. And then the other model is just a black edition, which is £48,000. Now, you don't get the adaptive, which I think you need. That's the chassis suspension change, and that's the one that I'd go for. It's very similar. Instead of having like special mode and the performance pack like you'd have in a Golf R, you just have Dynamic Plus. It's the same thing. It is literally the same thing. It's just less shouted about. I've also checked this car on the used car market as of today, as I'm literally filming this sort of mid-September. When the car goes back, and I've seen a facelifted 2025 model for £42,000. That's pretty good from my book. Yeah, I literally have no faults. The only thing that I don't like is that they've just lowered a few things away from the RS3 to keep the RS3 king of the hatches. When you're sort of like driving around in, say, like when I was driving around in the RS3 a couple of weeks ago, which I also had from Audi UK for 7 days, I was very much like, you know, this is the ultimate hot hatch. It is a hyper hatch, it's a supercar, but it was compromised. It's compromised because it was very firm. I have tried a Vorsprung with adaptive, and I did try the carbon black without. This car, very, very comfortable. Very good, just overall, it's just a brilliant car. And it's fun, which is what I did not expect. I'm very much getting into the whole 4 rings thing, I'll be honest with you. And I think that's a good thing. It's good to kind of have that differentiation, because it's very similar to the Golf R and the RS3, the S3, which I think is a very good thing. You're getting a lot of those cars. Yes, you don't have a 2.5 5-cylinder engine as you did in the RS3, but you're not getting the fuel cost. You're not getting the extra potential running costs. At an Audi dealer, I was quite surprised that just a normal oil and filter service was nearly £600. That's at my local main Audi dealer. And the front brakes and pads were like £1,000, as I kind of mentioned in my point of view. As a car on its own, I like the carbon fibre mirrors, which you can see there. I think that added to the special touches. Passengers have loved it. It's been great on the motorway. The cruise control's been great. Everything has just been really, really cool. And I love the front, which I'll show you in a second. I'll just pop outside again. The car's filthy because I've used it plenty of times. It doesn't have S3, it doesn't shout. It almost looks like an A1, which I liked, because I sort of had it parked up and I was like looking back at it and I was like, hang on, that's really subtle. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. This for me is a stunningly good car. Like, all the power you would ever need. Great low down, great at the top end with the 333 horsepower, great going for a blast. I did want to take this car to Wales. It didn't quite work out for me, but I would be happy to drive this on a mountain pass road. And I'd be happy against this with any single car. I met up with an owner, which you'll see in a future video or a video on my channel, who just purchased a Ford Mustang Dark Horse 5-litre V8. And I had this next to it and I was like, you know what, there's a lot of this car that sounds better because of the Akrapovic exhaust. It's £4,200, but I think it's just so rare and unique. And I think the S3 is very rare and unique too. I would get the car 100%. And if you're watching this and you've watched the other videos, you obviously probably recognise that I do like the car. And I'm not just saying that. If there was things that I didn't like, I would say. I can't think of anything. I think the smaller section tyres on the 19-inch wheels 235 section over the 265, which you get on the fronts of the RS3, make a difference, improves economy, improves road noise, and makes the car a little bit more agile. I've seen the back sort of step out a little bit, and that's fun, but controllable at the same time. Fun and controllable. It's got like the best of both worlds, this car. Best of both worlds. So to splice in this section, I'm been really impressed with the dynamics of the Audi S3. I think that's something that really blew my mind, and I think that goes down to the torque splitter, the torque vectoring, which you can see here on screen, how capable the S3 is. It's brought it on a level of the Mark 8.5 Golf R. It feels like that car, as much as it can on the daily ability side, to have a bit more fun. But the S3 is just that little bit more refined, a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more easier to live with. It is really the ultimate car, and that ultimate one car that can do everything. I love so much about the car, and I really kind of want to emphasize that. It's really surprised me, and I think the facelift is a must have over the pre-facelift. The pre-facelift model basically has the old Haldex setup without the rear sort of torque splitter and less power, 306. I also quite like some of the looks and the design, but that is subjective. Yeah, I suppose it's a bit of a bold statement, but forget kind of what you think about these kind of cars. Are they a bit dull? Are they a bit boring? That's kind of what I felt a lot about a 2025 Audi S3. I thought it would just be a really good, it's like an A3, but with more power. Not the case with this facelift. It is absolutely brilliant, but it makes you smile and laugh so much, as you might have seen. I mean, I'd recommend checking out my Golf R versus Audi S3 video. So much. It's a super fun car that can just do everything. And perhaps as a used car proposition in time to come, once you take the depreciation, this could just be that ultimate one car that could do everything. Yeah, I've just really been blown away by that. So I wanted to splice that in back to me, about to hand the car back. Electric seats as well. Very high quality car. I'm liking the Audi and I'm liking this car. And I think as it's kind of like the last time it's going back, let's pop open the pan roof, because why not, hey? I'm gonna definitely miss that pan roof not being open, that's for sure. Apologies for any noise, but I've done plenty of walkarounds and stuff on this car, so you're gonna get to see that. We've got a lovely sort of location here. Yeah, and that's the end. My final review of the Audi S3. You can see nothing at the front. It's a bit windy, so you can't really get too much of that. It does some really funky stuff with the lights too. If you like unlock it, it will like do its little like dance, the little dance show. And with that sort of like that stance, 19-inch wheels look good. The brakes have been stunning. I cannot fault this car. It is fantastic. Those exhausts which you heard are brilliant too. I'm gonna drive this car one last time, and really I'm gonna miss it. Absolutely gonna miss it. Yeah, stunning car. Thank you all so much for tuning into the videos, and let me know what you think in the comments, and if there's anything I haven't said to you, let me know and we'll go from there. But yeah, Audi S3, brilliant car. Buy it, just buy it. It's absolutely stunning. What a brilliant car, and great to see in 2025 too.